I'm from the Pittsburgh area. I was born about 50 miles south of here, uh, and outside of like being in the service. I was in the Navy for 3 years, and went to school at the University of West Virginia, where I had my first job as a radio announcer while I was going to school there. Then after I came out of the Navy, I went to school at Columbia in New York and got my master's there, and then decided it was time to get to work. So I went once again back into the radio business in Wilmington, Delaware, as an announcer there, and finally decided to return back to my home base here in Pittsburgh, where I took on a role with an advertising agency in the city as a radio and television commercial producer. I produced commercials for both. And at that time, the television commercial business was not too difficult. You often just had people in a studio telling about the product they wanted and this, that, and other. But then, as the business began to grow, you decided you wanted commercials outside of the studio, on location and so forth. So I needed at that point to find an outfit that could handle this for me, and I was introduced to the Latent Image. And I took on as the company to handle all my TV commercials in this area. And may I say that I was delighted with their work. I found them to be not only a very good bunch of fellows to work with, their personalities were nice all the time, or they would throw in helps to me whenever I came across something that I couldn't quite figure out what to do. So I was very close to Latent Image. And then when I heard they were going to do a film, of course, we all were intrigued by that. When it turned out to be a film on zombies, let's say that we who were raised on Gone with the Wind thought, holy smokes, what kind of a film is this going to be? And since I had worked pretty much in the theater here, in the Pittsburgh Playhouse and that sort of thing, I thought, gee, this is something that maybe I could get into, but I had to realize that for filming, you have to commit yourself pretty much to daytime plus nighttime and so forth. And when you have another job, it was very difficult to do. But when they said there were portions of the film which would be filmed at night, and they wanted to know would I give them a hand, because they had to look for people who would come in and be the zombies at this. So on weekend nights, like Saturday nights and so forth, I was there being the zombie, and I thoroughly enjoyed it.